Hello, hello, crafty peeps. Welcome back to my channel, Crafty-ish Kristyn. Today it is time for a WIP and Chatty Rant. What is a WIP and Chatty Rant? You may be asking yourself. Pardon me, Duncan. Let me move your mouse out of the way. WIP, W-I-P, stands for work in progress, and a chatty rant is me chatting and ranting about the goings-on over the past week or so. Today is a very special WIP and Chatty Rant because it is WIP and Chatty Rant 100. That is right. I have filmed 100 WIP and Chatty Rants. And I did go to the YouTube and look, and I have uploaded 366 videos. So out of all those 366, 100 has been WIP and Chatty Rants. So, fantastic. I would love to know, have you been around since WIP and Chatty Rant number 1, number 10, number 20, number 50? You know? Curious minds want to know. So, what are we working on today? Today we are still making progress on Catnap. This is a Bella Art Diamonds kit. And I'm about halfway, I would say. I have been working on a different kit that I kitted up. So I don't know where I left off, but I have this many release paper rows done. Yes, I do. And if you go this way, down. Whoa, my gosh, my pens. Hang on. Still professional. This is how much I have left. And Duncan is showing us all how much there is left. His mouse is on the table. Excuse me. So yeah, I'm about halfway done. Halfway there. And since now he's on my canvas, I can't move it. What supplies are we going to be working with? Well, I have my Bees Crafty Corner release papers in various prints. We have Spilling the Tea, we have some Halloween ones, we have some Care Bears, we have some dark and creepy diamond painting ones. This is another licensed artist that I cannot think of off the top of my head, and another Care Bear one. This is a Yellow Dog Designs tray. I don't know if they still have this tray. I think this tray is almost 2 years old. I like it because it's ergonomic, and I am left-handed, but I hold my tray if I'm shaking it or doing anything in my right hand. So I had it have the finger, spacey thingies on this side. Yeah. I have 2 ZAP Designs pens. This one I had custom made. I had 4 of them made, and Mushy and I both did a giveaway. So I would highly recommend the latest Spilling the Tea if you entered that giveaway. And then this one I did purchase from the site directly, Facebook. I will have all the supplies listed below as well. This is a little stabby tool that came with the Art.Putty. I don't really like the Art.Putty, but I love this tool. And it is pokey. I have some blue tweezers. I have my Reid's Putty. Thanks, Duncan, for that. This is from the Crafty-ish Kristyn bundle. There's also cover minders that, of course, I have no cover minders with me because I'm not prepared. There's also a dark and creepy diamond painting bundle. Those ones are a little bit spookier. Mine is more on the sweet side. Let's see. And then a little pair of scissors, just in case. I do have my Zero Sugar Diet Dr. Pepper Blackberry. And Duncan's gone, so I can move that up. And I do have my drills in the clear acrylic tower storage one. Not my absolute favorite tower storage thing for my drills, but I do like it more than the foam inserts. So let me get zoomed in, and we will get started. Don't go anywhere. Alrighty, before I forget, I hope everybody is doing awesome, well, and amazing. And if you are not, I hope that things get better for you soon. Because you are awesome. Yes, you are. You might not feel awesome all the time, but you are awesome. We all are awesome. We're all doing our best sometimes, right? Yes, we are. Diamond painting updates for me. I believe that the Ever After kits I ordered Labor Day, I believe they will be here this Friday, perhaps, hopefully. That is what FedEx says. I don't trust anything these shipping companies tell me anymore. I think they pull out a date that they hope they can get it shipped by. But I don't fully trust it. And let's see, I did order a few things from Etsy. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And I ordered the Diamond Art Studio UK temperature chart. And they do have a Facebook group dedicated just to the temperature chart. I would highly recommend checking that out if you have questions, because I think, there's probably going to be some people who have done it before who might be able to actually give some helpful advice. Because I know a lot of people were saying they want to make sure that their temperatures, fit into their range. And basically everybody gets to create whatever temperature range you want it to be, right? You can make it a big range, you can make it a little range, you can have more colors, you can have less colors. It's kind of up to you. But I know some people struggle when they try to deviate from, something that's already planned. Totally get that. I am going to deviate from the plan completely. And I actually ordered some drills from Diamond. Whoa, that's a curvy butt. From Diamond Drills USA. And I am just going to do it kind of for fun. I'm going to color in the drills in the bottles with colors I like. Yeah. I'm going rogue. I'm such a rebel. Even though I am kind of a rule follower, it's kind of funny. So I picked out some colors that I thought were kind of, working together. And shocking, there is no pink in it. I know. There's a reason. So, anyways, I will definitely get my drills before I get the canvas, because the canvas is a pre-order, and I don't know what the time frame delivery with all that is, which I'm totally fine with. I am not in a hurry or a rush for that. And I did order a Christmassy kit from them as well. Yes. I'm getting a little nervous about Christmas kits just because I kind of like to have a general idea of what I'm working on. And, people are still releasing Halloween kits, which I'm like, Halloween is next month. I like to have my stuff ready to go. Because if you're working on a Halloween kit, let's say, or a Christmas kit, what if you want to hang it up and enjoy it for the season? I don't want to get a Christmas kit and get it delivered mid-December. I'm not going to have time to work on that. But again, that's just me. I like to plan certain things. So at least I have a Christmas kit. Not sure when it's going to come. Joke's on me. It comes a week before Christmas. Yeah. I never understood why so many of these companies, they don't give you, at least a good, full month and a half, 2 months to get your stuff and work on it for the holiday season. I understand places, like Diamond Art Club and Dreamer Designs and all that, where they have it in stock. But, some of the drop shipping companies, that makes me nervous. Especially when shipping stuff gets a little dicey around the holidays and then shipping becomes more. because heaven forbid we not get nickel and dimed for every last stinking thing out there. Mushy and I did have our latest Spilling the Tea episode. We did that as a premiere was it Saturday? I think it was Saturday. I will put a link down in the description box if you did not get a chance to check that out. We were answering the questions from viewers, and I was not sad that I didn't have to edit that one because we had a lot of after video talking time that was recorded. So the video was like 3 hours long, and she had to download that and edit it and do all that. So, oops, sorry. I will make sure when it's my turn that, nope, no extra conversation. Boop. Get down to the business and then turn it off. So that was a good time for all. Oh, putty. I did just top off my putty, and it is a little over full now that I've been pushing down on the drills. And I did film 2 videos this week. I'm a little ahead with my non-whip and chatty rants. So I have kitted up. Oh dear. That one was, oh no, that was right. I was right. I kitted up the Beachcombers Bounty. That was static. That was a lot of static. And I did kit up the Kawaii Nightmares from Brocari. Yeah, so those will be, probably like in a week or 2 even. I don't know if I already mentioned this in a video. They're all blurring together in my mind. But last week, we had purchased concert tickets for my son and husband and one of his friends to go see AJR at the fairgrounds. And the day before the concert, I was thinking, I probably should look and just, double check that we have the right date written down, all that stuff. And imagine my surprise when I realized that I purchased 4 tickets, not 3, 4. That was, it's like, oh dear, yeah. And so, he's like, I don't really know if I have any other friends who would be able to go, short notice and whatnot. I was like, yeah, it is kind of short notice. Sorry about that. So I ended up going to the concert as well. Yes, I did. I was a little concerned for many reasons. Number one, I am not allowed to drive to the fairgrounds because I have no sense of direction and it's very confusing, and I get turned around and I get overwhelmed when there's, cars coming at me from all angles. Yeah. And the last time I drove to the fairgrounds, and they kind of like herd you into these parking lots and they line everybody up and they don't give you much room to really park with space. Last time I couldn't get the car out of the parking spot. It was too snug, and I literally was like going back, and I was like the Austin Powers where he's going forward, backward, forward, backward. It was embarrassing. So my husband drove, and his car is smaller anyways. And I don't like being a passenger, so that was alarming to say the least. But it was okay. And then another thing I don't like is I don't really like big crowds, and it was definitely a big crowd. It was definitely a big crowd. And just being out late in general, being out in public for a concert that starts at 7:30, which means I'm going to be going to bed really late. Again, comfort zone was obliterated. I did not enjoy the ride there or the ride home or the, mingling in the crowded area. But the concert part was really good. It was very enjoyable. I was slightly jealous of the people on stage and how much energy they had. My gosh, if I could just have a fraction of that amount of energy, I would be I would be in a very happy state. So it was good. It was very bright. It was very loud, but it wasn't overly loud. And I think that's partially because, you know, sometimes when you go to a fairgrounds and there's a concert, it's outside. So you're kind of not fully trapped in an enclosed area where, you know, the sound is assaulting your ears. Yeah. I will say though that apparently people who go there like to stomp their feet to the music, which is, sorry, very annoying in my opinion, because I'm there to see the band, not listen to people stomp down on the metal steps. And also my brain then goes into panic mode of what if they stomp so hard that the risers collapse? Again, active imagination. Yeah. Plus it was just so loud you couldn't even hear the music. Like, you know, when you're in the car and somebody's singing and somebody goes, "Oh, who sings that song?" And they're like, "Oh, it's Britney Spears." And they're like, "Yeah, keep it that way." That's how I felt. Like, "Oh, who's singing the song?" "Yeah, let's keep it that way. Let's quit stomping. Put your stompy feet down, please." Because it was almost like, I mean, I remember as a kid in high school and middle school, they would always, like, they'd be playing a game or there'd be some kind of assembly and everybody would do the don't da, don't da. You know, we will rock you. Like, no, I don't want to do that at a concert that I actually paid money for. No, thank you. No, thank you. Okay, I don't know if I can use this tray because there's no washy bottom. Oh, gonna watch me struggle this entire time. Oh yeah, so his friend, he met us there. And, you know, we were like, we can pick him up, no big deal. But, you know, his family wanted to drive him, which control freak here. So my brain is like, well, no, we all need to go together. We all need to know where we're meeting and an exact time. And unfortunately, that is not always the case when other people are involved. So but nobody was late. Nobody missed anything overly important. You know, I like things done a certain way. And I have a hard time adapting when the thing that I'm planning gets kerfuffled. Yes. But I had no idea what time the concert ended. I don't go to concerts, so I'm clueless. It's been many a year, and I think the last concert I went to was probably like the Wiggles or something. And that was not at nighttime, you know, like a 7:30 start time for the concert. No, that was a middle of the day concert. Thank you. It was a great concert, by the way. So we did not leave the stadium area until 10:30, 10:45-ish. Then we had to go in the parking lot and woo doggies. That was stressful. That was very stressful. I was not a fan of the parking lot because we're just sitting there in the car and nobody's moving. I was like, we might as well just wait, you know? Why sit there and try to get in line and, you know. Let's see. I'm going to put that there because my tray keeps sticking and it's making me a little frustrated. Yeah, I don't think we got home until almost 11:30, 11:45. And everybody was exhausted. My poor husband had to go to work the next day. Normally he works in kind of like the afternoon, but he had to go in early and be there at, 6 a.m. Yeah, that was a rough wake up for him. And then I had made the teenager get up, because school the next day. And here I was, minding my own business, after everybody went to school, and my phone rings and it's school. I'm like, oh man. Well, it wasn't my kid, it was his friend. He's like, hi. And I'm like, hello. He's like, I'm calling because, blah, blah, blah. He can't talk. His voice stopped working and he really wants to come home. I'm like, oh, no. So that was That was annoying, you know, because literally it had been, I don't know, I'd been home maybe 2 hours and I was just about to start something. I was like, yeah. So, yep. I said, after this, no more concerts on school nights. Seemingly because you can't cut it. You can't power through and go to school the next day. Joke's on me, though, because they are on their way right now to a concert in Seattle. Yep. But I purchased these tickets in November. And was like, well, after this concert, no more concerts during the school week. So, yeah, they are going to the Linkin Park concert. One of his friends and his dad is going to meet him and my husband downtown Seattle. My least favorite place to go. Honestly, I never feel safe going down there. A little too much crime for my liking. So he can defend everybody down there. I would not be able to defend people probably very well if something actually happened. So they are going to that tonight. That will be another early morning. I was like, you're going to school. So try not to scream and yell as much so your voice doesn't go out. Okay? Okay, great. Yeah. After, I swear, it took me several days to recover from a concert that wasn't even like, you know, that big of a concert. That's how you know you're getting old. And I think it was Saturday or Sunday. I can't remember which one it was. My husband was like, I was in a fog. My brain was kind of foggy and I just did not feel the best. You know, the weather's changing, allergies, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, we're just going to have a chill day. Kids are going to just, you know, chill, hang out. We're just going to hang out, you know. No. He's like, well, because I was like, I just don't really feel the best. And he goes, oh. And I said, what? He said, well, I kind of wanted to clean out the office. I'm like, oh, no, not the office. Because the office, you know, is the room off of the front door, basically. And it's not, you know, a fancy office. Oh, no. It's basically just the room where everybody throws things when you don't know what to do with them, you know. I'll deal with it later kind of space. Yeah. And of course, I have a bunch of stuff in there because obviously I'm a procrastinator when it comes to things like cleaning and putting things away. So I have all this like random little stuff that, you know, oh, I could use this for a giveaway. Oh, I could do this. You know, I can put this in a package. This is packaging I can reuse for a later date. All my Portuguese outfits. And a whole bunch of diamond paintings that I want to destash. He pulled it all out. Oh my gosh. The whole living room was just full of random things. Now, there was things that were his so he could go through. But my brain was like, can you just put all my stuff in the corner? Or can you just reshove it back into the office when you're done going through your stuff? Okay, thanks. It did need to get organized because we could not get to the printer or the electrical panel, which could be dangerous. But it's so not what I wanted to do. I mean, cleaning is never something, at least I personally don't ever go, you know what I really want to do? I want to clean and organize. Yes, I do. I want to take 2 hours and frustrate myself because I don't know how to make a decision about something, which is why it's been in the room for, you know, a year because I can't make a decision. Yeah. But it got picked up for the most part. Still some stuff that needs to be gone through. There's a bunch of clothes because I'm not sure if one of the schools is having a clothing drive. So I have clothes, I have a bag of stuffed animals, and then I have a whole tote full of diamond paintings. Yeah. No, it's on the to-do list, right? That's all I can do right now is put it on ye old to-do list and deal with it later. I did find some things that should have been returned. Places like Amazon that got forgotten. That's annoying. That's super annoying. Also, the cats were thrilled. They were so excited because there's all these, plastic mailing bags and just plastic in general. And so Sharky was just running around the room, basically having zoomies, chewing on as much plastic as he could. He would find something else and then he would run. And then he would find something else and we'd take it from him and he'd find something else. And Duncan had one, I think it was like an Old Navy bag. And he just sat by it and he was just licking it. And the amount of drool coming out of that cat's mouth, he was enjoying himself. Yes, he was. And he did not want to give that bag up. I tried grabbing it from him and he swiped at me. And if I had not been wearing long sleeves, he would have drawn blood for sure. I said, no thank you, sir. No thank you. You don't get to do that to me. He did not care. He doesn't care. He wants what he wants. Oh my gosh. And then somebody left the bathroom door downstairs open the other day. And I had moved some stuff from Costco into the bathroom until I could, fully put it away. Well, there was a bag and there was a bag of tortilla chips and it's just the right texture for Duncan and Sharky. And so I came in and I was like, oh no, the door's open. And the tortilla bag had just all these bite marks in it, which is annoying because it's a Costco size bag of tortilla chips, which means now we need to eat them quickly because they're going to go stale because the cat punctured the, the, what do you call it? Vacuum sealed? Is that what it's called? Yeah. I was not ready to open that bag because I had just opened a new bag. And so I did put them in Ziploc bags and put them somewhere else. But I mean, I know my cats are not the only ones that go crazy for plastic. I did Google it once because I was curious, and there is something in certain types of plastic that is, I don't know if it is derived from, fish or something like that, or if it just is very similar to smell of, fish. And that is one reason why some cats cannot control themselves with plastic. Kind of similar to a catnip effect. Yeah. So we have one that likes to lick the plastic and then the other one likes to bite it. I don't mind the licking as much. It's the biting because, sometimes when cats bite things, they could potentially get ingested. And I do not need the cat needing to go to the emergency vet in the middle of the night because he couldn't control himself around the plastic bag from Amazon, right? There's things I would much rather spend $1,000 on than the vet having to go and suck some plastic out of my cat's butt. But again, that's just me. I don't know. Crazy. Speaking of cleaning, I would like to do a 100 Whip Chatty Rant giveaway now that we're halfway through the video. And to be entered into the giveaway, you need to leave a sentence in a comment with the word clean. Use it in a sentence, please. So if somebody is just happening on the video, they don't catch on, right? So we don't need people trying to sneak in and steal prizes from actual viewers, That's why I never put the word giveaway in any title or description, because people will click on it and they will watch just because of that. So I want to reward people who actually watch the videos. Yeah. Not just prize grifters, if you will. And what is this magical giveaway going to be for? I know you're wondering, because I would wonder too. I would like to give away a $50 gift card to a shop of your choice. Preferably a small shop or Etsy. You know, let's help out some businesses who, you know, maybe need a little more lovin', if you will. So again, leave a comment with the word clean, use it in a sentence, and I will do a giveaway drawing on the next WIP and Chatty Rant, and it will be the last day to enter, let's say September 30th at midnight Pacific time. Yes. So, good luck everybody. And I would just like to say also that I appreciate every single one of you, that even if you've just been around for a hot minute or you've been around since the beginning, I very much appreciate all of you. And without supportive peeps, probably would have given up on making videos a while ago. Because it can be a little lonely, and it can be a little repetitive and monotonous. Yeah, that word. And sometimes it can be discouraging. But because of so many supportive people that, you know, at least that it helps me keep motivated, right? And we all need a little motivation. We all need a little positivity in our lives. I would love to know, do you have a favorite memory from any of my videos, WIP and Chats or not, that you would like to share in the comments as well? I would love to know. I mean, I have, you know, it's hard because I don't go back and re-listen to my videos once I edit them, just because I don't like to hear the sound of my own voice. I'm one of those people where if you have to leave a message or a voicemail box and you have to listen to your own voice, I go, oh, no. Just, it's fine. I don't care. That's me. I don't like hearing myself. So I actually, one of my kids was like, you should go back and rewatch your first video. And I said, I don't think I can. Just because, for a few reasons, right? Number one, I know the sound is probably awful, and the angle and the zoom is probably awful. I was also I was trying to diamond paint on my easel, so I know the angle is not going to be good. And I also didn't fully really know how to edit completely, and so I think there might be some awkward silences, or even me panicking because I'm worried there's dead air, so then I just keep talking because I don't fully know how to cut it out. So yeah, I will not be going and watching those back. Onward and upward. Yes, that's what I'm going to say. Onward and upward. I also would like, I'm just asking all these questions. I'm like just demanding. I'm so demanding. I can be demanding today, okay? Okay, it's 100. It's WIP and Chatty Rant 100. I can do what I want. Yes, I can. If you have any suggestions for future content or anything like that, you know, pop it in the comments section. I can't promise that I can accommodate everyone and everything, you know, but I can try. If there's something you're interested in, maybe a company or a shop, or I've never seen anybody do a video about this, yeah, something, let me know. I have gotten a few questions over the years. It's been 2 years since I started my channel, about two let's say 2. Let's just keep it easy. Nice even number. And about why do you call it a whip and chatty rant? Which, you know, is a good question, right? There's no dumb questions. The only dumb questions are ones that you don't ask. And originally I wanted to make a channel, and I was trying to think, okay, what can I call my whip and chats that aren't whip and chat? Because it kind of seemed like everybody was calling them whip and chats, and I wanted it to be a little bit different. You know, stand out a little from the crowd. And that's when I came up with Whip and Chatty Rant, because all my life I've been told that I am very chatty. And I just kind of thought putting the rant in there as well, because, again, opinionated as well. And so that's kind of where Whip and Chatty Rant came from. And it's just, it's stuck with me, obviously. And that is kind of where that came from. And I have always tried to use the Whip and Chatty Rants as a way to maybe communicate important channel information. Like, hey, there's going to be a giveaway, or this is what's coming up. I always use them more as like an official place where I talk about channel stuff or stuff that I'm doing. That's when I decided to change my channel logo and to, give away Pippi stickers and stuff like that. That's kind of where I would always share that information, just because I felt like, some people don't like unboxing. Some people don't like kitting up. Some people don't like kitting down. So I figured most of the information can go in a Whip and Chatty Rant, and, anything else in another video, if I did mention something, I would make sure to mention it in a Whip and Chatty Rant. I hope that makes sense. And they are my favorite videos to do out of all the various videos that I do. I feel like, I've stuck with them, which is important. Kind of some other types of videos, I am not the best at following through with them. Mainly cross-stitch conversions and projects like that. I want to do the cross-stitch conversion, but I have a mental block. And so I really have not had a desire to work on the cross-stitch conversion. And part of me is like, why force yourself to do something that you're not feeling, Hopefully, I would love to get the mojo back, and maybe I do need to just sit my butt down and tell myself, Kristyn, you're gonna finish this row, But for now, it's just sitting here. It's not hurting anybody. It's just sitting here. And if the urge strikes, then I will pull it out and I will work on it, but it's just, I don't know, something about it. It's not speaking to me. And I'm not ready to abandon the project completely. There are projects that I have abandoned. I'm not ready for that one yet, because I do love the image still. I still would like to work on it. It's just, yeah. Something about it, I think it's just the factor that when I think about potentially working on it, it's closer to the end of the day, and it takes more brain power, and I get really frustrated when I get off kilter and I make a mistake. It's easy to kind of beat ourselves up about something, because it's like, oh, I should have been paying attention, I should have known better, and I don't want to end my day like that. And so that's another reason why I probably haven't worked on it. Okay, go in there. Go in there. You. Oh my gosh. Why are you not grabbing onto my pen and my putty? What have I learned after 100 Whip and Chatty Rants? I have learned a few things. I mean, I've learned a lot. We don't have time to go over everything I've learned, but most people who comment and interact are absolutely lovely. They are. You guys are rock stars. Even if, it's just a thumbs up or an emoji, or even if you don't comment, the fact that you're watching and hopefully you're getting something out of it. Having a friend keep you company while you're crafting or cleaning toilets or organizing an office. That does mean a lot. It's so easy, not just YouTube life, but like real life, to focus on the negative. Like, let's say you're on Facebook and you see something and, let's say your post has 100 comments. I've never had a post with 100 comments, but, we're just making it easy for numbers. And 99 people could say something supportive and encouraging. And one person might say something ugly, nasty, full of just grossness and bleh. And our brains, at least mine, I can't speak for everybody. It's so easy to focus on that one comment. Forget all the positive comments. We're going to focus on that one negative, nasty comment, and we're going to let it bring us down. Meanwhile, there's 99 awesome comments, people saying, don't listen to that person, you look great, or whatever the case may be. And that is something, that's something I've had to learn over the years, is you are not going to please everybody. Especially when you go on the internet and you're talking and you're just, talking about your day, you're sharing your opinions. There are going to be people who don't agree with you. And some people will be respectful or agree to disagree. And then some are going to want to fight with words or, tell you you're stupid or you're this or you're that or whatever it might be. And it's hard. That is definitely something I should have expected, but I didn't think in the diamond painting community that there was that kind of negativity and hatred. Ooh, yeah, that was a wake-up call. That was a huge wake-up call. So I've learned that I need to just block out the negative and focus on the positive. And it can be hard. Sometimes you got to fake it till you make it, but it's better for everybody if you don't give in to the negative people and the comments and just, some people, they just want to argue. They just want to bring you down because they're in a bad mood, and don't give in. Don't let them win. Don't let them steal your joy. Life can be way too short to be focusing on all that kind of stuff. Another thing that I have learned is that I will never fully understand YouTube and the algorithm or any of that stuff, because as soon as I think I understand what works, what YouTube likes and promotes, they change it. The YouTube world is brutal. It's absolutely brutal. I would say there's consistency, but there's not. You could work really hard on a video, put a lot of thought and effort and research and editing and just everything in it, and YouTube won't promote it, and you'll get a handful of views. Or you might slap together a video and it might be kind of not the best quality, whatever, and it might go viral. There's no consistency with how YouTube operates. And it's maddening because, you'll be like, I have, my channel is X amount of months, years old, and it's not growing. And, why is this person who's had a channel for like 3 seconds, why do they have quadruple the views as me? It's a comparison game. YouTube purposely pins creators against each other. They basically tell you to watch other people and copy what they do. I'm sorry, what? Basically, if you're an individual, you get punished for it because they want you to copy and paste the same old. But then if you copy and paste the same old, then they go, well, sorry, maybe you're just not fresh and engaging enough. It's so hard to understand, and I have just kind of taken the mindset of I'm not going to understand it, and I'm done. That sounds bad, but I'm done trying to learn how to please the YouTube algorithm, because it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you do. I could follow all of the rules, follow all the tips, all of the to get more views, do this. I could do all that. I could not break any of the terms of services. And yet my video still might have less views than somebody who is breaking terms of services and doing things that technically would get you kicked off of YouTube if you followed their rules. So I'm done. I'm done with that. I'm done trying to please the YouTube algorithm gods. And you know what? I'm just going to do what I want to do. I will upload my videos when they are ready. I will not be trying to stick to a perfect schedule, because sticking to a perfect schedule doesn't mean they're going to promote your videos anyways. And if you have a problem with YouTube, like you have a question and talking to somebody does not work. Been there, done that. So what have I learned from that? I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to do what makes me happy. And that is first and foremost. I mean, obviously you want to do something that makes you happy that people also want to watch. But I can't be a slave to the algorithm, you know? It just, it would be forced. And, you know, if you're not enjoying it, then why are you doing it, right? I think if you do decide you want to do something like, you know, have a YouTube channel, share things, you know, like a TikTok or something, and share things about your life, you kind of need to think about, why am I doing this? Really take a step back and think about your reasons for doing it. And if you think that it's going to be, you know, overnight success, you know, barely put in any work and, you know, reap the rewards, you might be disappointed. You know, that's not to say that people can't get overnight success. There are instances where that happens, but it's not for the faint-hearted. If you get easily offended, or your feelings get hurt, or lots of those things, putting yourself out there on the internet might not be the best thing to do. Because you can't base your worth on the numbers. You can't. Because it's not an accurate representation of the person you are. You know, you might be just learning to make videos or whatever, and, you know, your first video is not going to get that many views. Your 5th or 6th or 20th video might not get a lot of views. You know, if you're enjoying it and it's giving you some kind of, you know, purpose or fulfillment, then keep doing it. It's just, it's a crapshoot. It is an absolute crapshoot, and they just keep making it harder and harder as well. It's just, every time you turn around, something changes or something's different, and yeah, it gets exhausting. So do it if you want to do it, but do it because you feel a calling to do it, I guess is what I would say. I think that's any hobby or anything that we're learning to do, right? You're not going to be good, like super good at it the first time. You do it. Imagine the first diamond painting thing you picked up. Were your drills straight? I know mine weren't. Oh my gosh, they were they were a mess. Oh my gosh. You know, but sometimes as we learn to do things, we grow, we improve, and you know, that's what we got to do in life. We got to grow, we got to improve. We grow as people. We improve ourselves, you know? That's just the name of the game. So what are my takeaways after 100 WIP and Chatty Rants? People love cats in videos. Yes, they do. And I'm sorry that they were not more active. They are currently taking their afternoon naps. I'm sorry for that. If I could have gotten them out, I would have. Most people are kind and supportive. Yes, they are. Do things that you love to do. And if you feel like something is being forced, then maybe see if you can rethink it and reprioritize. I'm not trying to make it sound all like negative, about being on YouTube. That is not at all what I'm trying to do. I think so many people put, I don't know, and maybe they have a better experience than I do. But I feel like there is a lot behind the scenes that goes on with making videos, putting out content that maybe not everybody talks about. And it's not all sunshines and rainbows and, kittens and all of that. There is a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes. And I think sometimes people think, oh yeah, I'll start a channel. And they don't fully realize, because I know I didn't. I know I did not realize how much behind the scenes stuff there is. So you can do it. It can be rewarding, but also, sometimes you got to put in the work too. I am truly, truly honored that so many people have subscribed. I honestly thought I thought I'd maybe get to like 100 subscribers total. My entire YouTube career was like, yeah, maybe 100 people. Yeah, that'd be good, I mean, and to be clear, I really don't care about the numbers of the subscribers I have, right? Because a channel could have 10 million subscribers and only have 1,000 people watch. So while some, companies might look at a channel and go, oh, they have 5,000 subscribers. Well, I'm going to send, that person something to unbox. That doesn't mean that 5,000 people are watching. Just like a channel could have 20 subscribers and they could have 1 million views. It's hard to see ourselves as more than a number when you're in a hobby industry that is all numbers based, performance based. Everybody wants to be pit against each other, and I don't think a lot of the people are actually trying to do that, but I do feel like the platforms, they definitely play a part in the competitiveness and the, do this so you're better than this person. And at the end of the day, we're all the same. We're all human beings. We're all just trying to get through every day with a smile on our face and, try to make it so we can get up the next day and do the same thing and, be with the people that we love and care about us. So, again, I just want to say thank you to anyone who has ever tuned into a video. If you're still here, I appreciate it. Kind of a rambly one. That's okay. It could have been a whippin' chatty ramble, honestly. I truly am amazed that, people tune in and comment and want to be a part of the little community of like-minded people on the internet. And, I've met some amazing people doing this. People that I would have never interacted with probably or met if I had not taken the step to start a channel. So I am grateful for the opportunities that this has produced, and I hope that I have the motivation and the passion and the drive to keep doing it. And who knows if we will be celebrating Whippin' Chatty Rant number 200 in another 2 years, right? Here's hoping. Duncan and Sharky will be freaking senior citizens by the time that happens. Well, maybe not. No, I guess in 2 years they'll be, how old are they? I guess they'll be like 7 or 8, which, I don't know, is that senior citizen in cat years? I don't know. I'll have to ask ChatGPT. Okay, well, this is where we are going to leave off for today. Let me zoom out. As you can see, we are working on the face. She's got her delicious little beverage right there. And that is about it for what I accomplished. Not a ton, but it's better than nothing. So don't forget to enter the code word down in the comments if you want to be entered for the $50 giveaway. Again, September 30th, midnight Pacific time-ish. I mean, I'll be sleeping, so if it's a few hours after that, I probably won't know, just saying. And that is going to be it for me today. If you have not, please consider liking, subscribing, sharing, hearting, farting, doing all the things. And I will see you guys again very, very, very soon. Big awkward hugs. And I truly, truly mean it. Big awkward hugs to all of my peeps. Appreciate you more than I ever can come up with amazing flowery sentences. Yeah. So, bye guys. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Go, go. Ooh. Nails are looking like trash. Oh. Hello. Oh. Hi. Hello. Hello. Yeah, I took your mouse. I did. I took it because you weren't being responsible with it. You were trying to put the mouse under the refrigerator. Yeah. Here I go. Here I go. Oh, that's not a child-friendly song. Spooky. Boop. Scary. Boop. Or it is going to go splooshy-dooshy all over the canvas. We don't want that. I don't think I'm gonna use you again, Mr. Trey. I'm sorry, but I don't like you. No, that was dumb. Okay, try again, Kristyn. Okay. Do 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 do. No. Maybe don't say that, Kristyn. Maybe don't say that. Nope, that's zooming in. I'm getting fountain videos from downtown Seattle. Fantastic.